want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Is the doctrine of reprobation biblical? Now, you may be watching for the first time or even for the 100th time and say, I don't know what that is. The doctrine of reprobation is the idea that God has purpose initiated and, shall I say, predestined, not just people to an eternity in a place the Bible calls heaven, but much the opposite to a place the Bible calls hell. The doctrine of reprobation says that for God's honor and His glory, He has created some of humanity for the purpose of one day dwelling in, and if you'll allow me to use the descriptions in the Bible, burning in hell. Again, we call this sometimes double predestination. Some are predestined to heaven, some predestined to hell. The question is, do I believe that this is biblical? And no, I do not. Now, I know that when we talk about predestination, there's 1,000 layers and spectrums there, but I want to deal with this question specifically. And the reason is multi-layered. In Psalms 45, it says that God created all things to experience life. Well, hell is death. And so to say that the Lord created somebody specifically for death, I would struggle with. Even in the book of Joshua, when the prophet of the Lord says, choose you this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. You get this idea that even in the early days of faith, that you had this opportunity to embrace what God was or was not doing. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth. Now, those that would advocate the doctrine of retribution would say that a person was born without the opportunity and without the ability or the will to choose, quote, life, salvation, and heaven. I just don't see anywhere in the Bible where the Lord says that He has created some for the purpose of death and damnation. In fact, one thing I would say is in Matthew 25:41, Jesus is talking about the lake of fire. He says the lake of fire, which was prepared for the devil and his angels. Jesus Christ Himself said that hell, its purpose was the devil and his angels. Never did He say the purpose was for humanity. So if you and I were not created for hell, then why would God ever create somebody specifically to be there for eternity to somehow honor and glorify Him? Again, I know it's a difficult question. I just don't believe that there's ample biblical evidence that persons are born specifically to spend eternity in hell somehow to honor and glorify the Lord. Great question. You have one, send it to AskJeff.net, and maybe your question will be tomorrow. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.